This is Fricassee de Pollo, or Cuban style chicken stew. And this takes about 2 pounds of chicken thighs, and I've salt and peppered them, and they're boneless and skinless. I'm going to put them face down and then salt and pepper them again. You can do this in a Dutch oven, which I'm going to transfer to later, but I find that 2 pounds goes in a 12-inch skillet really nice, and it sears really nice in a non-stick pan. So I'm going to cook that medium-high heat with a little bit of olive oil for about 4 to 6 minutes, or until it's brown. Sometimes you might not even need oil in a non-stick pan because the chicken thighs already have quite a bit of fat in it that they can cook in. Then we're going to remove the chicken thighs to a separate plate after it's cooked on the other side for a couple minutes and browned. And you'll see that there's a lot of like bits and pieces and fond in the bottom of the pan. So we're just going to kind of deglaze the pan with the vegetables here. So you throw in the onions, sliced onions, or they can be diced, and the red peppers. Add a little bit of olive oil to help speed that along, and then a little bit of salt, and that helps break down the walls of the cell walls of the vegetables, so they just cook a little bit faster. I like to add the garlic a little bit later after the onions and peppers have cooked, and I make a little divot, add a little oil, add the minced garlic, add a little bit more oil, and then cook that a couple minutes or until it's fragrant. At this point, I realize I need a bigger pot, so I transfer it over to a Dutch oven, which is going to simmer in for about 45 minutes, and that's going to be a better pot to use as far as sort of braising and cooking down the mixture so it doesn't evaporate as fast. Add into that all the spice mixes and stir it up, and those spice mixes are oregano, cumin, coriander, turmeric, bay leaf, and salt. You don't have to use all those spices if you don't want to, or if you don't have them, just go for what you do have. So you throw in the tomato sauce and the chicken broth and the olives, and these are Castelvetrano olives, and they are mild and meaty, but you can also just use a jar or can of green olives with pimentos. I slice them, but this time I chunked them because I want a chunkier stew. These are also Yukon Gold potatoes, which hold up really nice in stews and keep their texture. The recipe calls for fingerling because those are just one step easier, but you can use any potato that you like there. So that was brought to a boil, covered, and simmered for 15 minutes, and now we're going to add the chicken thighs back into it and cover it, bring it to a boil, reduce the heat, and simmer covered for another 30 minutes. So this is boiled now for 30 minutes, 45 minutes total, and it looks amazing and delicious. The chicken is tender, and there's a nice sauce, and you can find this recipe on eatsimplefood.com.